Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United have drawn up a 4-man shortlist in their search for a permanent manager. Mauricio Pochettino, Erik ten Hag, Luis Enrique and Juan Lopetegui are top candidates. Now, Erik ten Hag is the number one choice. Ralph Rangnick wants Erik ten Hag to become Manchester United manager in the summer. A lot of Manchester United fans would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. You've got to admire the work that Erik ten Hag has done at Ajax. He's won a couple of titles with them. Revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals, and I like the way he develops young players. His contract at Ajax expires next year. He's been Ajax manager for around 5 years. He got appointed in as the Ajax manager back in 2017. Before Ajax, Erik ten Hag managed Utrecht. Before then, he managed Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then, he managed Go Ahead Eagles. Mauricio Pochettino, he's been relentlessly linked with a managerial role at Man United. Mauricio Pochettino is the PSG manager. He's got like 18 months left on his contract at PSG. I think he has won a French Cup with them. Pochettino is a good manager, even though he's hardly won anything. You know, he's proven in the Premier League, which is beneficial. Before, Pochettino endured a 5.5-year managerial tenure at Tottenham. Analysing the vast majority of his tenure at Tottenham were competing in and out of the top 4. Back in 2018, he got Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final, and at one point he almost won the league when he was Tottenham manager. Before Tottenham, Pochettino managed Southampton. He only endured a short managerial tenure with them, but he still managed to guide Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League. So they're the clubs he's managed in the Premier League so far, and before then he managed Espanyol. Luis Enrique, of course, he's the Spain manager, and Juan Lopetegui is the Sevilla manager. Manchester United are looking for their 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Now I want to give you some more news on Jesse Lingard. Newcastle make £10 million loan offer for Jesse Lingard. Manchester United and Newcastle are locked in talks. Newcastle are ready to offer Jesse Lingard £150,000 a week. It will include bonuses if Lingard can keep them up. Don't forget, Manchester United rejected Newcastle's first approach. Jesse Lingard is keen on a loan move to Newcastle, but it did say that Man United would prefer to let Lingard leave permanently this month. Lingard is out of contract at Man United in the summer. Lingard doesn't even get in our team, but he has been part of the club for a long time. He came up our academy in that the second half of last season, Lingard endured a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Newcastle, have made some signings in this January transfer window. They signed Kieran Trippier from Atletico Madrid and they signed Chris Wood from Burnley. The January transfer window shuts next week. Will Manchester United make a signing before the transfer window closes? Well, Manchester United have been linked with a lot of players. There's been a lot of rumours coming out about Boubacar Kamara from Marseille recently. The news on Amadou Haidara from RB Leipzig. It's mentioned that Ralf Rangnick is pressing to sign Amadou Haidara this month. Not so long ago, Sky Sports Germany said that RB Leipzig could sell Manchester United and Newcastle target Amadou Haidara for 46 million in this January transfer window. Earlier on in this window, it said Ralf Rangnick has verbally agreed a 33 million fee to sign Amadou Haidara. Rangnick did hold talks with RB Leipzig chiefs. Haidara's release clause is 33 million. He's been at Leipzig since 2019. He's got a contract with them until 2025. He's a midfielder. He's 23 years of age, so still young. Got a lot of development in him. Obviously, Rangnick knows the player well, which is beneficial. Earlier on this season, Rangnick did mention that he wanted Amadou Haidara as his first signing as Man United manager. Man United have been relentlessly linked with Dennis Zakaria from Borussia Mönchengladbach. The news on Ousmane Dembele from Barcelona. Reports from France said that Barcelona are willing to sell Ousmane Dembele for just £17 million. Said Man United are prepared to sign Dembele this month, but only on a free transfer. Dembele insists he will not be blackmailed by Barcelona, and he's been told to leave Barcelona. I don't want Ousmane Dembele at Manchester United because he's too injury prone. Man United, of course, have been linked with Declan Rice from West Ham. Declan Rice played well in the game against us recently. West Ham valued Declan Rice at £100 million. A couple of weeks ago, it said Manchester United were interested in Tarek Lamptey from Brighton. I think Ralf Rangnick wants a midfielder because when Rangnick first came in, he identified Manchester United's midfield as a weakness. Ralf Rangnick has been Manchester United's interim manager for nearly 2 months now. He's managed 10 games so far. He's only lost 1 game so far as Man United manager. By the way, Rangnick has been backed by Gary Neville for the permanent Man United role. Rangnick is our interim manager until the end of the season. Then it did say Rangnick will continue in a consultancy role for a further 2 years. There's been some good performances under Rangnick. There's also been poor performances as well. Rangnick will receive a £500,000 bonus if he leads Manchester United to a top 4 finish. Rangnick earns £180,000 a week. Revert back to earlier on this season, it said Ralph Rangnick was under pressure. There was reports coming out saying that he's already losing the dressing room at Man United, and it did say that 17 Manchester United players are unhappy and want to leave. But revert back to earlier on this month, Rangnick got told that he has transfer funds available this month, and he will be backed by the Glazers. Prior to the Brentford game, Rangnick announced Manchester United's new formation. It's the 4-3-3 formation. That formation seems to suit our standards. Obviously, Rangnick scraps the 4-2-2 formation because quite clearly that formation wasn't working. Credit to Rangnick though, since he's come in he has made changes. Earlier on this season he brought Juan in as an assistant coach and analyst. He also brought Chris in as an assistant coach, and he brought Saz Chalens in as a sports psychologist. Before Man United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Manchester United recently beat West Ham 1-0. The win against West Ham moved Manchester United into the top 4. The goal against West Ham came from Marcus Rashford in the 93rd minute. Marcus Rashford, of course, came off the bench. Rashford also came off the bench and scored in the 3-1 win against Brentford. Reflecting on that ended Marcus Rashford's 3-month goal drought. So Rashford's got 2 goals in his last 2 games. It's good that he has found some form because Rashford has endured a lot of poor games since he had that operation on his shoulder, and a lot of people, including me, have said that Rashford has not been the same player since he had that operation on his shoulder. Not so long ago he had a minor leg injury. After the game against West Ham, Rangnick said that Marcus Rashford is one of the top strikers in England. And reflecting on the win against West Ham as well, it was the first time Manchester United had won back-to-back games under Rangnick. By the way, Rangnick has admitted that he doesn't know if members of the first team squad are going to be sold before the transfer window closes. Yeah, players are definitely going to depart the club this year. Maybe 1, 2 or 3 will leave in this window and the rest will leave in the summer. Anthony Martial, there's a good chance that he'll be departing the club this year. Sevilla are still in for Martial. Juventus have also been in talks over getting Martial on loan. Apparently Man United are asking for up to 6 million in loan fees. Newcastle obviously been trying to get Martial, but Martial's made it clear that he wants to make a move abroad. He doesn't want to go to a Premier League club. Not so long ago, Martial rejected loan offers from Tottenham and Newcastle. Martial did come on in the 1-0 win against West Ham, and he made an impact, to be fair. I think it was his first appearance in like a month. Prior to the Brentford game, Rangnick did say that the Martial matter was resolved, because prior to that, Rangnick came out and said that Martial refused to play against Aston Villa. But Martial came out and denied claims that he refused to play against Aston Villa. Last year, Rangnick confirmed that Martial wants to leave the club, and Martial's agent also confirmed that he wants to leave the club this month. He's demanding more game time. He's getting nowhere near enough game time at Man United. Martial's been at Man United for 7 years. He's got a contract with the club until 2024. He's scored 79 goals in 268 games in all competitions. Man United paid the initial fee of 36 million for Martial from Monaco back in 2015. The best season he enjoyed at Man United was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. Edinson Cavani. He'll be leaving the club this year. Do you think he'll leave in this January transfer window? He'll probably leave in the summer, Cavani, because earlier on this season, Rangnick revealed that Edinson Cavani wants to stay at Manchester United until the end of the season. Cavani's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Cavani's just come back from an injury. Cavani did come on in the 1-0 win against West Ham and he got the assist for Marcus Rashford's winner. There was a lot of talk saying that Cavani was offside. Man United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. He's been linked to Barcelona because last year he said Barcelona offered Edinson Cavani an 18-month contract. Obviously, Barcelona were seeing him as a replacement for Aguero because Aguero retired due to heart problems. Juventus were in for him, and last year Cavani rejected a move to Boca Juniors. Man United are going to be loaning Amad Diallo out. Juan Mata, he'll also leave the club this year. The last time I read up, it said Juan Mata is refusing to sign a new contract at Man United ahead of a proposed move to La Liga. Apparently, Juan Mata's father and agent had a meeting with Real Sociedad. Mata's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Because revert back to last year, Man United extended Mata's contract for a further year. Mata lost his place in the team a while ago, plus he's ageing up and he's lost that yard of pace. But despite all of that, he's had a good career at Man United. Mata's made 276 appearances in all competitions and he's scored 51 goals. And he's been at Manchester United for 8 years, so he's been a long-serving player. We got him from Chelsea back in 2014. Manchester United paid 37.1 million. Back in 2020, Mata rejected an 18 million a year contract offer to play in Saudi Arabia. Like I said, Lingard looks like he's leaving. Donny van der Beek, he'll leave the club as well. But earlier on this season, it actually said Donny van der Beek is not allowed to leave Manchester United this month. Because obviously Rangnick asked him to stay. Earlier on this season, Van der Beek had a bust-up with his agent. I think Van der Beek rejected Newcastle. Van der Beek doesn't get enough opportunities, so you can't blame him for wanting to leave, can you? You know, he's been at Manchester United for nearly 2 years now. And he's only managed to score 2 goals. Manchester United got Van der Beek for 40 million with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. And he's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. Matic, I think he's going to be leaving the club as well. He may leave in the summer, not this window. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his opportunities. He's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder we've got. I've always had my reservations about Matic because he's always been a static midfielder, plus he's aging up. But he's had his good games at Man United. Matic is out of contract in the summer. Got him from Chelsea back in 2017. Got him for 40 million. So Matic has been at Man United for 5 years. Paul Pogba, he will leave in the summer. Pogba's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Revert back to the other month, the Sun came out and said that Man United offered Paul Pogba a new £500,000 a week contract. That would have made Pogba the highest paid player in Premier League history, but Pogba actually came out and denied that he'd been offered that contract. Not so long ago, Pogba told Manchester United he wants to join Real Madrid in the summer, but there again it said PSG is the most likely destination for Pogba. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry guys, I will just fill in my cigarette. I'll back on in a minute. But yes, revert back to what I was saying. Yes, so Paul Pogba, yeah. It said PSG is the most likely destination for him. Not so long ago, Pogba held talks with PSG. Pogba's been out of injury for a while. The good news is though, Pogba's set to return to action after this international break. Rangnick confirmed that not so long ago. Revert back towards the start of the season when Pogba was fit, he was in scintillating form. He's got 7 assists so far this season. 4 of those assists though came on the opening day against Leeds. Pogba produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while. This season is Pogba's 6th season at the club since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. He's played 212 games and he's scored 38 goals. Man United paid 89 million for Pogba, so reflecting on that, is our most expensive signing at the moment. We had him when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Jones and Bailly, I also think they're leaving the club this year. Man United looking to get rid of Dean Henderson permanently. And like I updated you yesterday, reports from Spain said that Man United will look to sell Harry Maguire and Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the summer. So there you go. Manchester United's next game is Middlesbrough in the FA Cup 4th round. It is the 4th of February. Manchester United progressed to the 4th round of the FA Cup by beating Aston Villa in the 3rd round 1-0. Middlesbrough, they got to the 4th round by beating Mansfield in the 3rd round. The last time Manchester United played Middlesbrough was back in 2017. Manchester United won 3-1. Obviously Middlesbrough are in the Championship. I do know some of the players they've got. Obviously they've got Isaiah Jones. They've got Joshua Coburn. They've also got Aaron Connolly. They've got Riley McGree. They've got Johnny Howson. They've got Marcus Brown. He's actually been out with injury. They've got Mark Boller. I think he's out with injury. They've got Neil Taylor. Matt Crooks. So they are some of the players Middlesbrough do have. Obviously, the Middlesbrough manager is Chris Wilder. Middlesbrough appointed him in last year to replace Neil Warnock. Neil Warnock did get sacked. Before Middlesbrough, Chris Wilder was the manager of Sheffield United. He's managed other clubs before as well. Before Sheffield, he managed Northampton. Before then, managed Oxford. Before then, managed Halifax. And before then, managed Alfred Town. I think at one point as well, Chris Wilder was the Bury assistant. I'm expecting Ralph Rangnick to rotate for the cup game against Middlesbrough. But you know, we are going into the game against Middlesbrough having won our last 2 games. Like I say, we have got some players missing. Jadon Sancho and Lindelof not available at the moment due to personal reasons. Jadon Sancho's missed our last 2 games because of personal reasons. Luke Shaw's not available at the moment because he's injured. He recently got injured. He's injury prone, is Luke Shaw, which is a concern. Well, Luke Shaw isn't our first choice left back under Rangnick. Alex Telles is. Eric Bailly, of course, is not available at the moment because he's at the African Cup of Nations. And Wan-Bissaka's obviously not available because he's got COVID. So, there you go. And Cristiano Ronaldo, he's just recovered from a neck injury. He was actually a doubt for the game against West Ham, but he ended up playing against West Ham. And he put a very good performance out against West Ham, played a part in Rashford's winner, and he could have won a penalty in the first half. Don't forget, Ronaldo was furious for being substituted against Brentford. But Ralph Rangnick defended his decision to substitute Ronaldo against Brentford. Ronaldo faces a 25% pay cut should Manchester United fail to qualify for the Champions League. It said Ronaldo will leave Manchester United if they fail to qualify for the Champions League. The other week, Cristiano Ronaldo gave an interview, didn't he? And he was critical of the youngsters, so reflecting on that, he's demanding more from the youngsters. And Ronaldo's backing Rangnick to do a good job at Man United. You know, Ronaldo said, I'm not a Man United to compete for 6th or 7th. He said finishing below 3rd is unacceptable. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.